Of course. My name is Okan Sengun and I live in San Francisco. I came out on social media when I started practicing LGBT immigration law. My family started calling me and say, hey, we saw some posts about your work and can you tell us a little bit about it? So that's how I came out. So I was definitely not out in Turkey officially. I had a boyfriend. My friends knew that I was gay. However, I was socially and publicly not out as a gay man because it could be very dangerous to live as an openly gay man in Turkey. They were fine. They live in Turkey and I live here in San Francisco now, and they are proud of the work that I do. I told them that I have a nonprofit organization providing legal services for LGBT immigrants who are fleeing persecution and seeking asylum in the United States. That's why they love what I do, and they're very supportive right now. My father actually met my husband, and that was a great moment. And my mother talked to him over the phone. So I'm very happy about it. I chose the profession that I do because I thought it was very important to provide legal representation and understand the needs of the LGBTQ community and immigrants. I am myself a gay immigrant in the United States, and I do understand the specific needs of an LGBTQ immigrant. And we believe that responding to those needs of LGBTQ immigrants is very important, and that's what we try to do here at the LGBT Asylum Project. Absolutely. I came to the United States as an international student, and it actually took me 3 years to learn about the asylum process here in the US. I applied for it, and that was my first case actually, which was my own case. As an applicant, it was a very stressful process. However, as a lawyer, I really enjoyed the process. After that, I decided to make that as my profession, and I started practicing LGBT immigration law, which includes green card applications for same-sex couples and also asylum cases based on persecution because of their sexual orientation or their gender identity. Absolutely. Well, so first of all, there are 80 countries where it is illegal to be gay, lesbian, transgender, or bisexual. And 10 of those countries criminalize homosexuality by death. We started as focusing on representing clients from mainly Nigeria because there is 14 years of imprisonment if you are from the south and death penalty if you're from the north. And it was relatively easier for us back then because we did not have the staff support. We were working with volunteer attorneys, and their documentation were in English, and they do speak English fluently. That's why we started focusing on Nigeria, but then now, 4 years after, we're expanded, and now we have clients from all over the world where it is unsafe to be gay, lesbian, transgender. Because it was important for me to stay in the United States because I wanted to live as an openly gay man. And I thought if I lived in Turkey, I could not be myself, and I could not be doing what I wanted to do, what I'm passionate about, which is I love expressing myself and creating new ways to help people, especially to minorities, which is not accepted in a country like Turkey. Being LGBT has never been easy in Turkey. I found myself in some dangerous situations, And I also had to serve in the Turkish military as a gay man, which is not accepted and which would put me in a dangerous situation. And especially in Turkey, the Turkish government requests very invasive documents, evidence to prove your sexuality. So I said, no, that is inhumane. And I rejected doing that, and that was the basis of my asylum application. I think the best advice would be just getting used to, well, there's always hope. There's always hope that there's a better future. And as a gay young man from Turkey, I always knew that there must be more than just this. So I started looking for outside Turkey and found that in the United States there's a better life. And I worked really hard on how to pursue that, how to get there. And I got to San Francisco, and that didn't stop there. And how do I stay here? Luckily, the San Francisco LGBT community is a very accepting one. I immediately started volunteering at various nonprofits, which made me meet different people, and that led me to the first organization that I worked at. That's where I learned about the LGBT asylum. That's what I did it, and then I'm here today. So getting active in the community, don't be shy being active. Just go say hi. Even right now, we're in the heart of the Castro right now. We are at our new offices, and you can just come upstairs and say hi. We are friendly. Don't be afraid of saying hi, because we've been there, we understand your needs, and we are here for you. I see this nonprofit to be a safe place for LGBTQ immigrants, where they can come and ask any questions, where they can come and talk to us, learn about the immigration options that they have, so they don't have to go back to countries where they risk being harmed or killed for being who they are or who they love. And I also want to create a center where it is safe for immigrants that can mingle, that can get connected and learn about what's happening in San Francisco and what other services are available to LGBTQ people. The main one is HIV services in the city. So what we do is we have partnerships with other nonprofits. So when our clients are in need of services, we refer them to other places. So it will be a great place for immigrants to come and be themselves freely and openly. That's my vision of this nonprofit to become very soon. Well, the current administration creates chaos every single day. We wake up to news to see what is happening that day, and it's very unnecessary. It is creating chaos within the immigrants community, within also the immigration attorneys too. They are implementing unnecessary new practices and putting our clients and immigrants in danger. One of the new policies of the current administration is Remain in Mexico policy, which is if you, as a gay person, you come to the United States, apply for asylum, what the new policy does is they send you back to Mexico, wait for your court hearing while in Mexico, which is not the safest place for LGBTQ people. They are being attacked there, and they are not safe. Through this process, through this new implementation, the Remain in Mexico policy puts LGBTQ immigrants' lives at risk. I believe it was myself. I mean, as a gay man, we are alone. We start this life alone. We could never talk to people while I was growing up. I was the only person that was gay or that was different than other boys. So it was always me trying to figure out how I could get out of that situation. So I would say that would be myself, that yeah, I mean, that was basically just me.
Perfect.